Hello guys, and in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing another one of my maps, but I'm going to make this a little bit different. So I know I've been making a lot of videos lately about different maps I've created, and I've done a lot of videos. Like I have a full playlist of it on my channel. But I wanted to break this one down a little bit more in an interesting way, going over different details and stuff, making it more of a sort of tutorial on how you can make your own tracks and as well get some driving in because that's what I'm here to do. Without further ado, hope you guys enjoy and let's get straight into the video. So the first thing I like to tackle with my maps is making sure I get a good layout. Now this depends on the location you choose and the place you choose on the map at the first place, but then I like to focus on getting a solid layout in so that way it's still good to drive because looks are one thing, but if you have a good layout, it makes the experience 10 times better because you can actually get some good tandems in and some good drifts in. So if you don't know what you want to do for the layout, I recommend trying to find some inspiration. That could be looking at my maps, that could be looking at other people's maps. Just find a way to get a good inspiration of something you're looking for. And if you don't know what you're looking for, just try and find something that you could like or you're liking the look of. Now, I'm not saying copy it because that would be a little bit wrong, but just get some inspiration from it. You can kind of change it up a little bit, but finding some reference photos is always nice to have. But let's say you know what you're doing, it's a solid plan, you got it, you just don't know how to convert it to GTA. And in that case, it's literally just a matter of messing around. There's no right or wrong way. You can get there eventually. It's just, there's a lot of different props and a lot of varying props to the point where you can basically just do it yourself and see what happens. Whether that's using the upside down tracks or some other material that's in the game to use as the tracks. Maybe it's your first one, just to kind of get used to the game a little bit. Because that's definitely what I did to start. Now, elevation change. This is one thing that I didn't start with in my first map. I kept it relatively flat, and over time I started adding elevation. It is something that you can master pretty easily. It's not too difficult after you kind of learn how everything works in GTA. But starting out, I wouldn't recommend doing elevation. Some people will, some people won't. Just flat maps are a lot easier to make. They're a lot less headache, and trying to do corners while keeping elevation is something that is a little bit more difficult and will definitely take more time. That's even a problem for me now. So, still have lots to learn about that. But I would just say for elevation wise, keep it relatively flat. And if you want to experiment with different elevation changes, that could be afterwards in another track. Or unless you just want to dive straight in, and just go crazy and try elevation, you can still definitely try it. I would recommend at least giving it a try, and if you can't do it, try it some other time. Try and learn it some other time. It's probably going to be its own thing because it's definitely a little bit confusing at first, but after you get it, you get it. Now, finally, the last thing we have to go over here is looks. The looks of a track is basically dependent on what you have, what the style is, and what you're thinking of. Stuff like racetrack kind of style, you're obviously going to have those type of style buildings. Whereas in this, I went for a more street look, so I'm going to have gas stations or maybe some other buildings that look like garages for garage space and stuff like that. So it really depends on what you're trying to build and what you're trying to achieve, unless you're going for like a street to then track, it varies. So that's something you also have to mess around with because there is millions of props at your disposal, not millions, but basically millions that you can use to create different shapes or different elements throughout the track. So basically, just look at that stuff, see what you can use, see what you can place, and you can always delete props later. Be careful when deleting things. The last thing I want you guys to do is delete the floor because after that, it goes downhill. But looks, always, I say come last because you can make the track look very, very good, but the layout definitely should come in first because if you don't do that, your track's gonna look good, but it's not gonna drive great, and you don't want that. So basically, I showed you guys some sneak peeks at what is in this track, and now the last thing to do is drive it. So we got some driving clips. Here we go. Hello guys, I just wanted to stop the video for 1 second just to talk about my Discord. My Discord is pretty great, I would say. There's a lot of stuff going on in it, and I've made videos about this Discord in the past, and I usually talk about it a lot in other social medias or even just usually on my YouTube channel. But I'm here to plug it once again just so you guys know. I know you guys are probably bored of this, but if you really don't want to hear it, you guys can skip it. It's completely fine with me. So, what am I here to talk about? I'm here to talk about the custom maps section that I have in my Discord. What essentially this is you guys can send in your custom GTA maps that you make or that you find which you would like me to play and stuff like that. And I can definitely play that for a video. So basically, how does it all work? Well, first you use the link in my description so that way you guys can join up in my Discord in the first place. And then you'll see the custom maps tab. In there, you'll see my maps and then also the GTA maps. How do you do this in the first place? Well, I'm on my PC here, so it's a little bit different on mobile, but it's essentially the same thing. On mobile, you're going to see probably a circle with a plus instead of new post up here, and essentially you're going to want to hit that on mobile, but on PC, you're going to click new post, which will bring up this. Now you can put in the title, which is basically just a quick summary of the map. What I mean by this is you can put literally whatever. I just did that as an example. So that's the title. You guys can put in an image of the map if you guys have like an overview shot or just like something to represent the map. I don't actually in my example. Uh, then you can come down here because you need these to make a post, as you can see. And you're either going to click drift, and if you guys want me to check it out, it's going to be Xbox Series S/X. If you are on old gen, you're going to pick Xbox One, and if you're on new gen for Xbox, you're going to click this. This was the only one that I could actually check out. Also this one, but mainly this, because these two are going to allow me to actually use the Rockstar link, and the PC and PS, those don't work for me. I know some people have reported that those do work, but for me and from what I found, it doesn't work. So in this case, if it's not a drift map, you can just click this, and if it is, you can click drift. Then after you've done all of that, you can post. As well, if you guys always need to see the guidelines, here's where it is. It's literally super simple. Just no weird maps or like things that are obviously inappropriate or like not using this wisely because I'm not going to tolerate that. That's essentially how you guys can do this. If you guys want to be a part of videos, this is definitely a good way to do it. It's more of like a warm-up map. Oh. There you go. I don't even have to clutch kick this thing. I'm just I just drive out of it. Oh. Oh no. Yeah. Mm. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah. Oh. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to find where my new map is, it's linked in the description down below, as well as everything else like my Discord and all my other social medias that you guys may not know about. Just let you guys know. Anyways, if you guys like this video, hit the like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to this channel, because it would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one, and about peace.